What's up, guys? Welcome to the spoiler review of Batman vs. Superman. I saw it Thursday night. Ramon seen it Friday morning. And, well, alright, here's the thing. I think Ramon hated it. Is that accurate?
I didn't hate it, but it disappointed hard.
It disappointed me as well.
It's like a really hot chick that doesn't give head. No, imagine, what's that big boob blonde chick you like so much?
Charlotte McKinney. Oh, Kate Upton.
Or any one of those two. She comes up to you.
Gemma Atkinson.
And she's there. And she's like, fuck me, Pete. And all she did is just lay there and just take it. How would you feel?
I mean, I'm okay. It's like, whatever.
No, it's disappointing. That's what the fuck it is.
You don't gotta do nothing. I can just play with the tits and
you need to ride and you need to give some head. If you don't do those two, you're useless.
I mean, she ain't useless. Those aren't tears on her belly.
She's just dating it like a lump. I was like...
I mean, the boobs are still gonna jiggle around, you know? It's gonna happen. Anyway, we're off track. Alright, I am going to try to stay as positive as possible about this, and for every negative thing I have to say, I'm going to say something good about it as well.
Zack Snyder masturbated for 3 hours and I paid to watch it.
Yep. Yeah. I want you all to know right off the bat that all blame for this movie I am putting on Zack Snyder.
Should people see this movie?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You should see it. You shouldn't pay like crazy monkey money because it's, honestly, IMAX 3D in Manhattan was going to cost you, what, close to $30?
$25?
Yeah. You see? So,
one of our boys on Instagram said it best, where he said, I just saw Batman Superman, and I have never been so supremely awestruck and at the exact same time horribly disappointed.
Snyder compared Superman to Darth Vader in Star Wars.
That's ridiculous.
Snyder's a dick. He's a fucking cunt.
You know what? Let's start there. I'm glad you said that. Snyder compared him to Darth Vader. He clearly does not know Superman. He does not know the character. The Superman in this movie is not the Superman we know and love, and that is not the fault in any way of Henry Cavill. He is an amazing Superman.
Yeah.
He is the perfect Superman for the modern age. For kids growing up with Superman, he is our Christopher Reeve, and bar none.
He's handsome. No,
good-looking dude.
My niece, the first thing she said, yeah, Dad, he was shirtless, Theo. I'm like, you're my fucking niece. I should beat you for telling me this. But okay, I understand. She he's eye candy.
Hey,
you know?
Don't knock a boy's hustle.
But he's wasted.
Zack Snyder is a fucking egotist. This is my problem with him. First of all, he turns around and says of Man of Steel that my version of Superman was the best, and if you don't like it, then you don't know the character. Slow the fuck down, buddy.
And you watch it already?
Now, he says of Batman Superman that people are complaining about the scene changes, the shifts, and we'll talk about that in a moment because there's a lot of shit that seems to just come out of nowhere. He says, well, it's supposed to be like a comic book. No, it's supposed to be a movie, and by saying that, you're equating comic books to be lower than movies. You're saying, oh, well, it's just a comic book. No, asshole. It's a comic book movie, and when you have things on the silver screen, you are confined to an element of realism. Okay? No. Here's another point, and we talked about this on the show. Warner Brothers wanted Christian Bale back as Batman. Bale was ready to do it, and Zack Snyder didn't want him. He offered Christian Bale a role as Alfred. Like, just a smack in the face. And now, mind you, I would have accepted Christian Bale as Batman purely for the sake of continuity. Mm-hmm. Because now this is an older Batman. It technically, maybe the Chris Nolan verse happened. Maybe it didn't.
So when Manor was blown up?
Right.
Which happened?
In Chris Nolan's verse.
There you go.
Right.
So, you know.
So maybe it happened. Maybe it didn't. Who the fuck knows? But if Christian Bale wants to do it for the sake of the audience, you have him do it. Now, I will say this much. Ben Affleck was the best Batman I've seen since Michael Keaton. Oh. He is Batman. He has that grizzled, I've had enough, 1,000-yard stare. He's jacked the fuck up for this movie.
Yeah,
Yo, the pull-up scene with the fuck... He's got like 200 pounds on him.
The workout scene was...
Holy hell, because you know there's a workout montage with motherfucker preparing to fight Superman.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah. It's like, dude, you ain't stepping into the ring with Muhammad Ali. You're going up against Superman. No amount of weightlifting gonna help you.
He was a really sick-ass Batman.
Yeah.
His Bruce Wayne's a little weak, but at this point, he's a very bitter Batman. So
that carries over.
You're not going to see a happy, jovial playboy.
No, not anymore.
He's getting laid. Now, this is the part that's bothering me.
Okay.
Batman kills.
Batman kills. Unacceptable. And I'm not even talking about the dream sequence where he uses a pistol. A pistol!
Yeah, no, he should have a soldier.
He just shooting motherfuckers. That's wrong. But, okay, being that that's a dream sequence... I could kind of accept that maybe he is just so far gone that he has no choice.
But he kills a lot of villains.
Yo, he rolls motherfuckers over with the Batmobile and shit explodes.
He blows them up and then drives right through their blown up truck.
And he just looks like...
I can understand him breaking bones, branding people. Awesome idea.
Totally.
Killing, no.
No. Unacceptable.
No.
Batman would have found a way around it. This is more on the subject of Snyder does not know the characters he's writing. Or directing, rather.
And what? Fuck me. It just escaped me. He drinks.
Yeah. What's with the fucking wine by the bed?
He drinks a lot.
That's not him.
That's not...
I don't care how far gone he gets.
Is the most important
he
thing.
would not let that happen. He would never drink.
Christian Bale, remember he threw it off the
yes.
balcony?
No. Batman is never so far gone as to drink. He doesn't look like he's an alcoholic, but then again, he wakes up in the morning and has a sip of wine. Unacceptable. No. Here's my next thing. Before I forget, there have been reports, some people speculating that BVS would be doing exponentially better if Grant Gustin was the Flash cameo and not this hammerhead, Ezra Miller.
Emo Flash?
Emo Flash.
It was...
He could have had Grant Gustin. Zack Snyder didn't want him because, quote, he smiles too much.
He could have had a lot of good shit.
Yeah.
First of all, he fucking dissed Bale by saying you could be fucking...
Alfred.
Right. Really? Suck a dick. He could have had Breaking Bad himself as Lex Luthor.
He turned him down. He turned down the dude from fucking Malcolm in the Middle, whose name escapes me at the moment.
Cranston.
Yo, what's his... Cranston. Thank you, Cranston. He turns down Bryan Cranston. Here's the thing. Okay, now that we're going on to Lex Luthor, this is good. We're going from character to character. Lex Luthor's dialogue was spot on.
What?
The dialogue itself?
No. He was a stuttering reject from head of the class.
But that's Eisenberg's idiocy. That's just look at the line.
Luthor. No, it was the only line.
You're a psycho. That's a 3-syllable word for anyone.
That's it. That's the only time he was shining in this.
No, but if you have somebody cold, calculating, bald Billy Zane looking fucking Bryan Cranston, when he's like Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent. I'm glad I finally got to meet you guys. Oh, good grip. You do not want to pick a fight with this man. It's the way you carry it. And by the way, that was like my Oscar shit right there, so I'll accept any and all awards. That was good, man. That was good acting.
The quintessential Lex Luthor is the cartoon one.
Absolutely.
He would not have done that shit. At all.
I didn't mind the dialogue. I minded Eisenberg. There are people on Instagram saying Eisenberg won them over. What movie were you watching? I'm sorry, I can't. I don't have any problem with Jesse Eisenberg as an actor. He's good as the quirky little twerp in the movie. He was great in Zombieland. He's a twerp. He was great.
Mercy died.
Mercy died? I didn't even realize that.
She was in the fucking courtroom.
Oh, shit, that's right.
She looks at the empty chair and she kind of, okay.
Yo, that's right. I mean, Mercy wasn't that attractive anyway. He could have got
cute. But she was kind of fucking
Yo, she was this big.
She was.
I kind of wanted to kick her in the rib and watch my fucking, what the hell?
Some more romaine or some shit.
Some shit. Damn.
Granny's peach tea. That was awesome.
What was the... I didn't register that.
He said something about Granny's peach tea. He could mix it... You confuse it with piss or something like that. And at the...
That was what... During the explosion scene in the courtroom, that was what it said
It's
on
Spanish peach tea.
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to get you, type of thing. And that's what pretty much happened there.
Right.
But, all right. All this could have been, half the movie could have been avoided if Lois Lane's shitty ass would have just told Superman, hey, look, this bullet that I found, it belonged to Lex Corp.
Right.
Lex is a baddie. Stop being his bitch. Look at him and stop looking at fucking Batman. But no.
Lois is always a poorly written character because she is the perpetual damsel in distress. And that's stupid. That's annoying to me.
And that scene in the bathtub, where this close from teasing her tits, just fucking show him.
Hold up. No. No. Now, first of all, I like Amy Adams. I think she's really cute. Plus, she has red hair. And I want to see her tits just as much as the next guy.
do.
You do not have a fucking nude scene in a Superman movie. You might get away with that in a Batman movie. Not in Superman. There's fucking kids in the audience, you asshole.
First of all, this is not a kid's movie.
It's not a kid's movie, but
Second,
little kids want to see. You're going to tell a little kid not to see a Batman and Superman movie?
Show me some Amy Adams titties.
They were practically there.
It worked.
Henry Cavill got to see them.
He did.
With his British ass.
Yeah.
You do not have a fucking nude scene in a Superman movie. I'm sorry, you don't. You don't.
No, I agree.
That's wrong.
I agree.
There's little kids in this audience, because you know there's little kids in Deadpool. They're going to be seeing a Superman movie.
It was millimeters from the nips. It so worked.
It was like that outer nipple area, like you were just waiting for a little areola to show up.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that there will be some celebrity tit sites that will have like the little area that did show up.
I'm pretty sure there's some extra footage from that shit that just show a lot of tit.
Yeah, I'm sure that she might be wearing pasties though.
She could.
Some movie stars have they just do that.
There is going to be an R-rated version.
There is going to be an R-rated version.
Titties?
Maybe.
Titties.
Now, I said 2 negative things about this movie, so I owe you guys. Let's talk positive.
Go ahead.
Gal Gadot is breathtaking.
She is.
I had my doubts, and I am eating crow. She's amazing. Every scene she's in, she commands the entire screen.
Yes, she's still too thin.
She's a little too thin, sure. But the costume helps. The costume,
but it doesn't help. Like she's not muscular in any way.
She's not muscular, but I don't need like a diesel broad.
I don't need like a China broad, but I need like a decent fitness model.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
But in the costume, she got great legs. She's got pretty thick legs.
Thick legs. Yeah, I saw that. But,
she just got little skinny arms.
But she was one of them.
She's so good.
Yeah.
The golden lasso glowing and shit. Oh man, the bracelets.
That was kind of weird for me.
Oh, I like that. Oh, I dug that.
Her smiling during the fight and enjoying the battle.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And she didn't wear a bra in any scene she had the dresses on.
Well, she doesn't really have to, does she?
I know, but I mean, like they're there.
Yeah.
She is absolutely fantastic. They give you a little tease for the upcoming Wonder Woman movie.
Do you get a vibe that Batman's gonna fuck her?
Yeah.
They need to fuck.
They do need to fuck.
In the comic book, a few times it was hinted at and teased at strongly.
Yep.
And one of my favorite JLA covers is Batman's hand and Wonder Woman's hand holding.
Yep. Okay.
It never went far from there.
And plus, after the end, when they're standing there and, Bruce Wayne comes sitting there be thinking, like, he was just looking at her ass like, well, the competition's out of the way.
Did Batman kill people in this movie? Yes.
Yes, he did, bro. Batman kills people.
This Stoneface.
And it's unfucking acceptable.
Yeah.
Oh,
something else is bad about Batman.
Okay. Something bad about Batman.
The scene where they kill his parents.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Unnecessary.
Martha Wayne is just, she's delicious.
Okay, Lauren Cohen is ridiculously hot. I like the comedian dude as an actor. Awesome. He's cool.
It wasn't Crime Alley.
It was not Crime Alley. It was right outside the movie street. Yep.
There's some things you don't fuck with.
I agree.
You don't bring back Uncle Ben.
I bet you he didn't even consider going down Crime Alley. Not even saying, "Oh, I'm going to change this shit." I bet you he didn't even fucking realize that era.
It's a bad era.
That's an error.
That's a classic scene. It's annoying. I'm sick and tired of seeing it.
Although I'm okay with the idea of the pearls being caught on the barrel of the gun, and that's what breaks it. Okay. Interesting. I'm still a traditionalist, and he tried to steal them, and she fought him off, and that's why she got shot.
When it comes to comic movies, even as a traditionalist, you have to expect change.
Yeah.
Look at RDJ. They up Iron Man, and it was awesome.
Truth. I thought the kid from Gotham, whatever his name is, I thought he played the parents' death scene much better. I mean, he just hit his knees and screamed.
Yeah, he did.
This kid was just like, Oh no!
This kid, he has a bright future ahead of him. And he's surrounded by incredible ass.
That is true.
Yeah.
What else do you got? Because
Batman's a hateful fuck.
Batman is a hateful fuck, but I'm okay with that.
But to the point that he's racist, like, or alienist. Is there a word for that?
Sure, alienist. Okay. I like that one. We're going to coin that right now. Hashtag that motherfucker.
You're not even a man, he keeps on telling him. Like, oh, you hate him because he's an alien? Hate him because he's uncontrolled power that you fear. That's what it pretty much is. That's what it's always been. Somebody needs to keep him in check. Mm-hmm. Don't hate him because of what everybody else says, you're a fucking alien. Don't be that fucking racist bastard.
So while he's being the racist bastard and he's about to stab him with the kryptonite spear...
Xenophobe, zonphobe?
I'm glad this was finally addressed. And, you know, if credit where credit is due, I'm assuming this was probably Snyder's idea.
What was?
Martha. It's about time, after almost 80 years, someone addresses this fact. Superman and Batman's moms have the same first name. I fucked up a hashtag that way once, and it was pointed out to me by everyone in the world. No. Sorry, Internet, I'm sorry.
The world watches hard when you fuck up.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Look, do something right, and nobody notices.
I say this much. The original creators of the good stuff.
Uh-huh.
They were unbelievably creative because they have shit that lasts 70 years, 60 years, so on.
Right.
But they sucked their names.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I don't know if Martha was
infamous for it. Peter Parker? J. Jonah Jameson?
Stanley. You said Jim Lee.
Sorry.
But Stanley has a reason for that. Did you ever hear him?
No.
He has a bad memory. And he gave people alliterative names so he would remember. That's why. Clark Kent was just an accident, but Bruce Wayne, that's, you know, everybody in DC doesn't suffer from alliteration. Barry Allen, Hal Jordan. Okay. They don't. It doesn't happen to them.
You heard Major Ferris was mentioned?
Yes, I did. Okay. Caught that.
That was cute.
So Batman's over Superman with the spear, and he's about to stab him, and he's like, "You're letting them kill Martha." Like, not my mom, Martha. And he's like, "Why are you saying that name? Why are you saying that name?"
Exactly.
And Lois runs over at just the exact time. It's like, it's his mother's name. And this is what gets him to stop stabbing him, is our moms have the same name. This is what it is. I mean, okay, fine, I'll bite. But just, I mean, if I ever met some dude whose mother's name was Joan, I might say, hey, that's my mama's name too. You know, I might shake his hand. I'll never find somebody, I don't think, with my father's name, Fortunato. So no. That's about as a traditional Italian as you get.
Not here. You have to go back to the whole country.
So now they're bosom buddies. I liked the other thing when he saves... you know what? Let me talk about that a moment before I get ahead of myself. Here's a big problem. I know this movie is called Batman vs. Superman, but the versus part is the problem. And I know they gotta fight for the sake of the, you know, for the movie, but the whole fight scene is piss poorly contrived. Why? Because Zack Snyder doesn't know how to direct Superman. What do you mean, Pete? I mean that because the whole reason for the fight, Superman wouldn't fight him. Lex Luthor kidnaps Martha Wayne and says, if you don't bring me Batman's head, I'm going to kill your mother. And he can't kill Lex because the people who have his mother, then if Lex doesn't, you know, the typical villain shit, if Lex doesn't check in, they barbecue her with a flamethrower. Effective. So Superman goes to reluctantly fight Batman. He tells Lois, I have 40 minutes to convince him to help me. Okay, do that. Do that. You fucking hit him. He of course Batman's gonna hit you. He's Batman.
He's a dick. Batman's a dick and you fell for it.
Right, Batman's a dick and you walked right into it. You, Superman, cannot be the dick. He's hit you with sonic weapons. You fucking blow those things up with he rips a manhole cover in half. That was cool.
That was very Hulkish.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that, though. Then he shoots you with machine guns. Useless. You fly up in the air and laser beam everything. Batman's got his armor on, which that was kind of... Like, there was no preparation for bringing in the armor. Like, he just came out with it.
The only time I saw the armor was early on where Alfred's working on something.
Right. But I needed a little bit more for that. I needed some, like, him building it and shit, you know?
Snyder couldn't do that because he was busy zooming in on Lex Luthor's fingers doing this.
That really made you mad, didn't it?
Hey, what the fuck, yo? That's like a good 10 seconds. You could have, like, shown Amy Adams' nipples or something. Or give him more time to, like, Aquaman instead of being broody.
We'll get to the cameos in a moment.
Yeah.
So, while Batman's doing all of this shit to Superman, all Soup's got to do is turn around and say, Bruce, I won't fight you. He has my mother. Please, help me. And Batman would have stopped and at least heard him out.
Yeah, bro code.
Yeah.
Mom, okay.
Dude, your mom's in trouble? Let's go. We'll settle our differences later. Because Batman already knows Lex is a douche.
Yeah. Everybody knew... Except for fucking
Superman. Yeah.
He could hear his wife doing some kind of special Morse code knock, but he can't hear when a fucking senator tells him Lex Luthor's a cunt who makes special weapons that almost killed you.
That's the other thing I didn't like too much, but I guess I have to bite, is they just knew who each other were, like, almost, it just happened. There was no discovery. He just calls him Bruce out of nowhere, which I guess, okay, he heard him. Alfred's talking to Bruce Wayne in the earpiece during that scene at LexCorp when he's having the party, and Superman hears it. All right. Where was the figuring out of Batman that Clark Kent is Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Which would have been awesome. It would have shown his detective skills.
Lex Luthor, when did he figure it out? Because he had access to the ship?
Lex Luthor figured out everything.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor had Batman files on the Justice League. That disappointed me. That should have been Batman's computer.
Yeah, it was.
So now he gets his shit from Lex? No, that's taking a peg. That's taking Batman down a peg, and I'm not cool with that.
And Batman knowing Wonder Woman's email.
What was that shit?
I got a picture of it.
It's like, yo, who are you, man? They're having fucking AIM conversations.
It was cool that they're going with a mortal route. She's 100 and plus years old.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. But I liked the cameos. With the exception of the Flash. I don't like the Flash. You know I don't like him.
I didn't like the Flash cameos because it's time travel.
No. Wait. Let's not talk about that yet.
Okay.
We'll get to Batman's dreams in a moment.
All right. Or visions or prophecy, whatever the fuck it is.
Well, I mean, the idea of, like, Flash is on camera in a grocery store, somebody comes in to rob it, and he does his Flash thing. Would have been great if it was Grant Gustin. Sorry, Ezra Miller. You're a douche. I don't like you. Aquaman, I loved. Like, he just swims out of the ship and just looks at the camera. He takes his damn time stabbing the motherfucker.
Because you had to show him in all his tattooed,
and fucking long-haired glory.
Seriously, his hair is going to be the star of this fucking movie.
And then he sonic booms swimming away. That was cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was because he is supposed to be super fast.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cyborg.
I was all right with it.
Yeah.
Is that a mother box or not?
Maybe.
It should be a mother box.
But it probably is. Cyborg does get a hold of a mother box at some point during the Justice League comics in the New 52.
Yeah, the New 52. Yeah, that's
so it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that he has one, and this is what possibly leads into Apocalypse.
Yeah, it was cool and it was horribly painful.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Speaking of Apocalypse, now let's talk Batman's dreams. Why is Batman psychic? Why is Batman dreaming of... I can understand if you want to have a nightmare about Superman taking over the globe and all of the soldiers have little S's on their shirts and shit. That's fine. Why are you dreaming of parademons? Why?
Yeah.
I didn't understand that in the trailer. I don't understand it now. It makes even less sense now. And they are definitely parademons. Because when the last one walks up to the front of the screen and, like, just kills him or whatever, like, before Bruce Wayne wakes up from the dream, that's a parademon.
You didn't notice a big old Omega sign in the floor?
No.
Yeah.
Shit.
After a while, you see he's looking around and there's this massive Omega sign in the background. It's like, and there's fire pits. Those are fire pits. Like apocalypse-type fire pits.
Oh, shit.
So it's...
When he's looking out over the city or whatever?
Uh-huh.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I'm going to see this movie again. I am.
Yeah.
But I did not notice that. Shit. Now... what the fuck is with that time travel scene? Where Flash comes out in some stupid looking armor. Flash doesn't need armor to time travel, Zack Snyder. He doesn't. And he comes out and he's like, Lois Lane is the key. You were right about him. You were always right.
Yeah. Who's a him?
Who's him? Superman? You're telling me Superman's the bad guy? Superman's the bad guy? What are you talking about?
That was a Flash, Stoneface.
That was the Flash. I'm like 99% sure. I mean, there was a lot of blue lightning and shit going around. But who else could it be?
Underneath.
Yeah? Who the hell else could it be? And actually, as a matter of fact, there was some leaked image online of the Flash in like a little portal type of thing and say hey, the Flash cameo is here, but it's been whittled down. There was supposed to be more of the Justice League, apparently.
Yeah, you get that vibe from the movie. They're missing something.
Jenna Malone's scene was cut. Hal Jordan's scene was cut completely.
Yeah. The only reference you get is Major Ferris.
Yeah, Major Ferris. So, overall, you know, you said it best, and I'm going to bring it back to that. If the rebounding movies from this, Justice League, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, the Batman solo flick, which we know is going to be Under the Red Hood, if those are good, this movie can be forgiven.
It's like Free Comic Book Day, which is coming up. We all get those issues that lead into the bigger issues.
Right.
Almost like a zero issue or like a freebie.
Right.
This movie's acting like a really poor freebie.
Yeah.
That leads into the other shit that's coming.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Wonder Woman. I don't know how I feel about the rest. The Batman solo movie looks good. But this one, yeah.
I want a new director. I mean, as if this past 25-minute rant is not proof of that.
A new good director.
George Miller, who wanted to do a Justice League movie to begin with.
I trust him.
Yeah, I do too. I just don't think Zack Snyder is the right guy for this. I think he's too much involved in, these are my toys, this is my project, and only I can get credit for it, no one else. That's
my problem with Snyder is he feels he has talent. he doesn't. What movies has he done?
300?
He just took Frank Miller and made it page for page, except he added trousers. That's it. That's the only difference in the book and the movie. No penises.
Right. Well, that's good.
In the book, there's nothing but young.
I will usually advocate, pants.
Watchmen.
Zack Snyder did Watchmen?
He directed it.
Okay.
What did he do? He took the fucking page for page.
Right.
Why the fuck didn't he do this here? Why leave the shit that works for you, motherfucker? If A, B, and C work for you and making you money,
don't use H.
Yeah.
Because that's what you did. I mean, all you had to do was take World's Finest, the old cartoon, and put it on the silver screen. That shit was written for you already. Do that. The problem with this movie is it seems rushed. There are scenes that seem to come out of nowhere. There are, all you need is the meanwhile on the bottom. And I think that would have helped.
Shadow. How is it that King Shark can look better on the Flash than Doomsday with a $400 million budget?
Yep. I am at least happy that by the end of it, Doomsday's final form had the bone protrusions and everything. Yeah. But tell me this motherfucker, when he's coming out of that little egg sac cocoon thing, I'm like, oh, it's an Urukai. That's what he looked like. Forget Cave Troll.
The problem with Man of Steel. They made Kryptonian tech if you seem very buggy.
Yeah.
And there was tentacles and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, where's the hentai action gonna happen? Mm-hmm. I mean, seriously, and then he came out of that shit, he was all goopy and shit.
So let this brings us to the final leg of the movie. I did not in any way expect that ending.
Me neither.
No. Didn't think they were going to go that route.
I did not think so either.
I mean...
But it makes sense.
My boys who saw... I didn't watch the documentary on Superman Returns, the Nicolas Cage shit. But my boy Chris seen it, and he caught wind of what the little robot in the background of the ship.
Yeah.
And he knew... He took out his phone, because he's that dick in the movies, and sent me a message, which I obviously didn't check, that said, they're going to kill him. He's like, check your messages, man. I called that shit. I said, what? Oh, fuck. He knew just from looking at that and piecing it together from the Superman Returns documentary that they were going to kill Superman, that this was going to be the death of Superman, and then either a solo Superman movie or maybe Justice League Part 1 will focus on Superman Returns.
Well, I mean, if it's Snyder, they're just going to skip
They did that. Like I said, credit where credit is due. I'll give this one to Snyder. They did the final scenes spot on out of the Death of Superman comic book, from the funeral to the black ass and the scene when, you know, after Doomsday stabbed him with the bone thing, which was right out of the comics, and, you know, Superman then, like, grabs his arm, pulls the fucking bone closer to him so he can thrust the kryptonite spear through him. Yeah. And then when he drops and he rolls over, like that shit was right out of fucking Superman 75. That's that splash page.
Death of Superman makes sense because if he would have survived that, there's no reason for a Justice League team.
That's true.
He's that damn powerful.
Right. Absolutely
so the fact
right.
That he's dead is like, we need help. Wonder Woman, help me out here.
Right. They have to gather the others to make up for the loss of Superman.
That's it.
That's brilliant. I didn't even consider that.
Because other than that, I was like, I did not like the fact that Luthor gave some blood.
Yeah, to Doomsday.
What was the purpose?
What was the purpose? I know.
What was that? Because Kryptonian needs human blood to what? Make him stronger? No.
And the ship's like, commence creation of the abomination or whatever it was. Yeah. Like, ship, if you know that this is bad, why are you, like, wait a minute. Why did, this was like the Kryptonian thing, right? I guess, like, they had the plans for Doomsday. This was a creature. Right.
The computer had, like, every kind of knowledge of Krypton.
And this was, Doomsday was, in fact, a weapon that was made. This is why the ship knew how to do it. And it's like, nah, but you really shouldn't do that. Like, they banned this millions of years ago, but you're going to do it anyway. Okay. Let's get this over with.
After he skins Zod's fingertips.
Yeah, that was pretty clever. With a kryptonite scalpel. Yeah. Okay, that was cool. Yeah. Still don't like Jesse Eisenberg, though.
No.
Overall, guys, I'm going to definitely say see the movie. Pick apart what you like. You don't have to be that fan that thinks it's, oh my god, this is so amazing. This is better than anything Marvel's ever done. It's a decent flick. It has its ups and downs. Yeah. Clearly. Yeah. But I can't say that I at least didn't leave happy. I got to see a Batman-Superman movie, and the parts that worked really do work. Yeah. And the rest of it, you kind of have to forgive, because if this does springboard the DC universe into the movies, great. I don't want to see any of the movies fail. I don't.
No, I don't.
Hopefully, maybe the extended version, the rated R version, will piece together the scenes that do come out of nowhere, and, you know.
I'm afraid, because I know a lot of those scenes, from what we've heard from The Shadow, they were forced out. Like, the executive was like, no, this is too dark. I don't need a darker Superman already.
Now,
I'm curious to see what the fuck was cut out.
We've already heard from The Shadow, and this is actually now confirmed by Warner Brothers, who said only a day or so ago that the Justice League movie will be lighter in tone, which is a direct contrast to what Snyder said about a week ago that said the movies will have similar tones.
Snyder's a dick.
And even if they can't oust Snyder as director, he'll pretty much be the Queen of England at this point and directing in name only. He will have no creative control, and
so his wife got a credit?
Why?
She's involved in some kind of production side of shit.
Was she like Henry Cavill's fluffer?
Oh my god.
What do you want me to tell you?
We're not rich, can we get sued?
Yeah, probably. Fucking sue me, motherfucker. I got nothing on paper. Nothing. Neither does the Peeps Basement.
Yeah, Stoneface he's more excited for Civil War. I am too. And some people might say, oh, but that's not fair. Yes, it is. This is not DC's first movie.
No, it's not.
The three Nolans.
But this is still rushed.
Man of Steel. The Green Lantern.
All right, whoa, now slow down.
It counts.
Does it?
Yes.
Oh God, I hope not.
Because you should have learned from that fucking mistake.
Well, you should have learned from it, but I don't think it counts continuity-wise.
It should have learned.
This movie is attempting to sweep under the rug all of the mistakes that DC has made in the past, and unfortunately, the rug is kind of too small to do that. This movie is rushed. The mistake DC made was not starting this shit, movie for movie the way Marvel did. So now they kind of have to hustle along to get it done. And like I said, if the movies coming out of this are good, this movie will be forgiven.
Yeah, it will be. Because we do that. We've forgiven people for shit.
Yeah.
God knows Marvel has done some fucking...
Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Thor 2.
And Iron Man 3 made a shitload of money.
Yep.
All the Spider-Mans.
All of the Spider-Mans. Which, thank God, don't fucking count in the Marvel-verse anymore. So, guys, Let us know what you thought of Batman versus Superman. Hit us up, questions@Pete'sBasement.com, Facebook.com/Pete'sBasement. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And, just go out and enjoy the movie. We don't know how much the movie has made. We'll find out tomorrow night, Monday. How much do I think? I'm speculating about $150 million, give or take, a ballpark 10.
Thursday night, it was like 27.7 million. When I think Friday was 80-something.
Okay, so they've about 100 now.
So then they got Saturday and Sunday, but Sunday's fucking Easter.
Right, and you've got fucking 100 million Catholics around the world celebrating. That's 100 million people not going to the movies. That's poor thinking on DC's part to drop a movie on Easter weekend.
Go see a movie that's being trashed on our Easter food.
Right.
Fuck you. Eating my little rabbits, biting their heads off.
If it crests 200 million, I'll be surprised. I do not think it beats Avengers.
When are you doing a review of Daredevil?
I'm almost done, bro. Almost done with Daredevil. I'm up to I'm up to episode 10.
The first 4 episodes are better than fucking BVS, hands down.
With any luck, Ramon and I will get together sometime during the week, and we'll pop up a review of Daredevil. Sound good? Because I should be done by this weekend.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, go out, see Batman, Superman. It at least deserves your attention.
It does.
The actors deserve your attention. These were great portrayals of each individual actor that were poorly strewn together by a fucking megalomaniacal director.
Yes.
We'll see you guys next week for episode 400.
Pete's Basement is copyright 2015, Ripped Productions and Pete's Basement LLC. All rights reserved, so go fuck yourself.